Alright, I'm back. And we got some Fonta Flora Brewery. And this is a Maibock, a traditional springtime lager, as they have it there. And it's just a simple, kind of elegant label with some flowers on it. Very nice. And let's see, we got a light 6.4%. Brewed and canned at Fonta Flora Brewery, North Carolina, Nebo, North Carolina. Let's go ahead and crack this and give it a go. I like myself some Maibock. You're kind of hard pressed to find a beer style I don't like, besides sours. But yeah, Maibock has some good shit, and I definitely appreciate myself a nice Maibock. Let me put that to the side. Get a look at the color here. Looks like we got this nice kind of copper hue. Very nice. Head didn't last very long at all. That is nice. Kind of has this kind of like candied. It's like a caramel, but it's not very deep and dark like yesterday's beer. It's very light caramel, like a caramel syrup or something like that. It also has like just a little tiny zing from the hops and a little bit of kind of like bready character too. I like it. All right, let's get right into the shave. We got this Razor Company exclusive, and this is made by Shannon Soaps. So Shannon Soaps made it exclusive for the Razor Company, and let me just take a swing and a miss at this name here. Inspirazone Di Lusso, and I'm sure I fucked that up. But there it is. You guys can figure it out for yourselves. And this is in the Chupacabra base, which if that's been a thing, I was unaware. But there's a look at the ingredients. I know that they had kind of like a basic base, which I'm not sure that has like a nickname. And then they had the Rust Belt Reserve base, which is kind of like their premium offering. And I think Chris Bailey told me that this was like their middle tier. But has this been a thing or is it new? I don't know. Let's take a look inside. You can see where I scooped it along the edge for my bowl lather. But good looking pour. It did kind of go up onto the side there. You can see. Doesn't bother me really. It's an ugly pour. But this stuff smells good. This is a nice, light, bright, aquatic. Got it lathered up in my 3D printed shaving bowl that was designed by Roger Quintero and printed, or amended and printed by Tony Dillette. So he added like the little dots on the bottom, and the original bowl just had the little ridges. So all good. And then I'm using this awesome Dark Sanctum RoninX handle. And this is the shorter version. He has a taller version. But this is the shorter version, and it is in the marble colorway. So it has white with black specks and an AP Shave Co. 2-bed synthetic knot writing on top of that. Now, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of menthol to this, because it just seems like one of those scents where the menthol would do good. So we got the Menth dealer making a cameo in today's video, and I'll try to use my my face as the background. You can just kind of see the menthol crystals just fucking flying everywhere. The Menth dealer is hitting the block, and it is getting chilly out here. So if you don't know, I got that Menth dealer on Amazon, and if you want to pick one up for yourself, just look for a fucking salt and pepper grinder, and you can get any one that looks good to you. and then buy some organic menthol crystals, any one that looks good to you, and then you'll have your own bougie chill mill. And I don't have an affiliate link, that's why I just said find one that looks good to you. And I could link this one if you guys want. I guess just ask for it in the comments, but if you're not interested, I'm not going to bother. I have like 3 or 4 confirmed cases where people actually, they asked for the link and I gave it to them and they bought it and they love it. So I'm always happy when people do take me up on my recommendations, but I could honestly give a shit less whether you want it or not. I'm not making a dime off anything, so I don't really care whether or not you buy it. The way I look at it is that the Menth dealer, the bougie chill mill, adds a lot of enjoyment into my shaves, and so I just figured if you guys are interested, hit up Amazon and buy a salt and pepper grinder of your liking, and then buy some organic menthol crystals. They all pretty much are going to do the same thing. Load it up and you have yourselves a bougie chill mill. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've used the Chupacabra base, unless I've been bamboozled somehow. But it lathered up really easily, just like the other Shannon soap bases, and made a really good looking lather at that. Easy to lather up and a really good looking lather. Now let's just see if it performs. I have a hunch it will. And this is just bright. You get that nice, it kind of reminds me of Talbot Shavings Okuma, which was, I believe it was like a spring or summer release last year. Whereas it's an aquatic scent that has this real kind of briny, tangy citrus, and it's real unique. I've only got a citrus like this that one other time, and that was from Okuma. So if you're familiar with Talbot Shavings Okuma, this kind of gives you that same vibe. So much so, in my opinion, that you might not need both. Just being honest. I'm not mad at my purchase whatsoever. I like Shannon soaps, and I'm actively trying to acquire more Shannon soaps. And in all honesty, this one was sent free to me by the Razor Company, I think, for my April Fool's video that I did for them. So, I really have nothing to gain, but in my opinion, you might not need both Okuma and then this Di Lusso. See what I did there? I just skipped saying the whole name. Oh, I'm using the Rockwell 6Shady, and this is the black and silver colorway that was gifted to me by Lord Shady or Shady Joey or just Joey. Yeah, he gifted this to me. I think he got fed up of me bitching and moaning about me giving my Rockwell to a newbie wet shaver to kind of get a feel for wet shaving, and then that person just went ahead and kept my Rockwell, which was not my initial intention. I had the Rockwell stainless, the 6S, so it retailed for $100, and I had given away all of my cheapy DEs to other newbie wet shavers, and so the next logical razor to give out at that time was my Rockwell, and so I gave that out, but I told him, hey, you know, once you kind of decide whether or not you want to continue shaving this way, and you pick up, you know, a razor of your own, then I'd appreciate that Rockwell back. But, you know, until you pick up a razor of your own, feel free to use it. But, my buddy kind of said, well, fuck that. He was just kind of like, I love this razor. And never gave it back. And so, I mentioned I was a little salty more than a few times, and I think Shady finally shown pity on me and sent me a spare that he had lying around that had a slight defect, which is just like in the paint. So it was less than perfect, and so he passed it on to me, which I completely appreciate. So that first pass went really well. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water into the mix. It was a little bit pasty on that last run. Didn't have no problems performance-wise. It was still very slick. I'm only adding water because I did notice my Rockwell was kind of gumming up a little bit when I was trying to rinse out the lather channels. So I rarely have a problem shaving with a dry lather, no matter if I'm safety razor shaving or straight razor shaving. Rarely have a problem with the dry lather, performance-wise. But when I'm using a safety razor with less than optimal lather channels, it does kind of get annoying to have to vigorously try to swish that lather out of there. And so, no harm, no foul. I have nothing against a well-hydrated lather. As a matter of fact, I recommend it. But I don't always practice what I preach. And this is a very good looking lather. I like the way this lather looks. Has nice density. It's I would say this one's about a medium structure, just because I can tell it's a usable lather when it has more volume. But it's a bit versatile in the fact that I created a little bit more low structure lather, and it's still a very good lather, usable, high quality. So it's versatile at that. I wish I would have wrote down the price, but honestly it's Shannon soap, so I don't think it's gonna be a bad price. It'll be a very nice price, if anything. And if the razor company's putting their name on it, it's probably pretty good shit. I've really grown to appreciate the razor company, and not just from my dealings with them as a content creator, but also just from being a customer of theirs. I've never had an unsatisfactory transaction with them. Every time I get what I ordered, and I get it packaged well, I get it in a timely manner, a couple freebies inside from time to time, almost every time. And I know there's a good customer service on the other end if I ever have an issue. So, Alright, that was a fucking autopilot, great shave. Had a nice bit of menthol cooling going on. It never really reached anything too intense. I would say that was about a just under medium chill factor, which is totally fine. I'm gonna be going to bed here shortly, so I don't need something to freeze me out right before I go to bed. But that was just a nice, enjoyable level of chill. Didn't interfere with the scent whatsoever. That's what I like about this organic menthol that I got off Amazon. Doesn't affect the scent of any of my shave soaps thus far. So that is like 2 thumbs up, big bonus. Got the Lancaster towel. Go ahead and get this off the face, then we'll get into some matching aftershave. So the Chupacabra base really did its job today. If that is my first impression of the Chupacabra base, which the only reason I'm saying that is because I have a like sneaking suspicion the Chupacabra base might be the same as their like base, but I could be wrong. I've just never seen that annotation, the Chupacabra base. I've never seen that on any of their other soaps, and it could have just been an oversight on my part, but who knows. Maybe it's been there all along and I just missed it, or maybe it's brand new and they just didn't put new on it. I don't know. You know, but at any rate, it is a nice soap. I wouldn't mind having more of that in my shave done, that's for sure. Alright. Inspirazone Di Lusso. The matching aftershave splash right here. ShannonSoaps.com, shake well. And then on the other side, alcohol-free witch hazel, water, fragrance, glycerin. We'll give it a little shake. Industry standard restrictor on top. Nothing to complain about there. And we'll just shake a few squirts of that out. I can see a little oil resting on top of the reservoir of aftershave. So that might be like the glycerin laying on top of the witch hazel. I actually really enjoy witch hazel aftershaves. My favorite aftershave is from Purely Skinful, and it is a witch hazel based aftershave. And I've used Shannon soaps a few times now, their aftershave splash, and I really enjoy it too. I think it's a good one. It works for my skin type, my preferences. Oh, that smells great. That smells nice. So that is a perfect scent for the spring, summertime, and it's one of those kind of like happy scents that it's just kind of a mood lifter, citrus aquatic. I mean, come on, man. Alright, guys. That'll do it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the shave video. I appreciate all your support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Good shave. Cheers.